Hey, what is going on, ladies and gents, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Fallout 76. Now, this game had an absolutely disastrous launch when it came out. It was very lowly received. I myself was very disappointed purely for the fact that I'd just come from Fallout 4. From the day Fallout 4 dropped, I was binging that game the whole time. I clocked about 180 hours on the first console before jumping over to the second one, which I was then, I believe I clocked up another 500 hours or something. But yeah, the point is, when this first came out, it was abysmal. Like, a lot of people weren't a fan of it. A lot of people hated the fact there were no NPCs or anything. But yeah, now the game has obviously been updated over the years. I have played it a bit on the PlayStation. I mostly played this on PC to get the full experience, but today we're going to be taking a look at it on the PS5 because my character's relatively low level. There's obviously not much of a story to go off either, but you know, we'll play it from the beginning, or sort of ish the beginning, and probably just focus on running around exploring and that. I just want to see how much it's changed, because it's been a while since I've played it. I actually haven't been on it for a couple of months, and I know it's had a couple of updates since then. So, yeah, might as well jump in, give it a go, no harm in that. I would play it on the PC for you guys, so you guys get the best graphical experience, but I'm having issues with my recorder at the moment. It won't record my whole screen no matter what I've tried. I've set, the resolution and everything multiple times, and I can't seem to get it to set properly. So, anyway, we'll jump on the PlayStation version, have a look, see how it's going, and I mean, if this video does well, if you guys like this kind of content and stuff, then who knows, maybe I'll continue, maybe I'll jump on the PC, actually get it going, and bring you guys some gameplay on the PC, maybe make a series out of it until Season 2 comes out, and I'm hoping that there's going to be a Fallout 3 remaster there somewhere, or a New Vegas remaster, because I've been hearing rumours about it all the time, and considering they shadow dropped Oblivion, there were rumours when they first dropped Oblivion that there was a Fallout 3 one as well, and I've also heard rumours that they're making new Fallout games to come out alongside Season 2 of the show, which I just finished watching for the third time last night. So, hence why we're on a bit of a Fallout streak at the moment. I've also got a whole bunch of Fallout 4 videos that I actually recorded a few years ago for my old channel. I'm going to slam them up here as well on this channel. This is was not necessarily a playthrough, but there was about 30 or 40 videos in this series that I did, just exploring and stuff. And I was younger, so I'm going to sound a bit more squeaky and everything like that. But yeah, I thought I'd chuck those up for your guys' entertainment. You might take a bit of a laugh and a liking to 15-year-old me. But yeah, anyway, without any further ado, let's get into this. I don't like the fact that it froze for so long. I thought we were going to get a crash. Nope, we didn't. I do apologise too, guys, for all the background noise. There is a lot of construction going on in my area at the moment, and even though I have got my best mic that I own anyway set up in like a sort of sound deadened area, a lot of the vehicles and things are still echoing. So apologies in advance, but I'll try and keep it to a minimum. So I don't actually remember. I think, yes, I do remember that. Okay, so I do remember going up there, but there was nothing up there. Man, I hate how buggy it is sometimes, where like you'll crouch and like the thing won't pop up, and yeah, it can be a bit finicky. Anyway, what quests do we have? Let's see, eh? Thought maybe I'd do a couple of quests. I honestly haven't played this game enough to know how a lot of the mechanics and everything work and things like that, so might as well give it a go. I want to work out... okay, that's right. Yeah, so the dots are other players. For some reason I thought they were quest locations. Don't know why. Don't know why I think that. Anyway, what's that? That's an event. The map is also massive in this too. So, let's go... I feel like we'll do this one first. Might as well go down here while we're listening to it. Actually, should probably turn that off because then people will be people will be thinking that I'm a bit of a schizo talking to myself. Anyway, find the source of the thing. Yeah, I do apologise for the loud background noise, guys. It is, I know it's a pain in the ass. And I don't usually get much time off work either, so it's nice to be able to sit down here and have a bit of a play and bring you guys the gameplay. I am probably going to just start doing all this stuff on foot. I feel like it's the best way to better my character and things like that, is just to run to the locations. I'm a massive Fallout fan, I really am, and I have barely explored any of this Fallout, so I might just run there on foot. As I said though, guys, I do plan on bringing this to you guys as a full series if you guys want to see that. I know there's not a lot of YouTubers out there that solely dedicate themselves to, say, Fallout 76 or even Fallout 4 anymore. A couple of YouTubers did, but not so much anymore. Whereas I believe that, you know, the older Fallouts, especially Fallout 3 and New Vegas, were, you know, the prime Fallout 4 Fallout time. Is he moving? And yeah, I've always loved Fallout. I played Fallout 3. I didn't like that. I really didn't like that. I played Fallout 3 when not when it first came out, but very close to it, way back when. And yeah, ever since then I've kind of really enjoyed Fallout. It's been one of my favourite game series of all time. So yeah, it's nice to finally be able to sit down and have a time to play it. I am currently looking for a Pip-Boy to chuck on my shelf as the Fallout 4 Collector's Edition. So if any of you guys out there are selling one or know of one in New Zealand, I'd be keen to buy it off you. Let's go discover this location. It's one of these little cliffside. You will see a lot of this, guys. You'll see me stopping and discovering, as I say, cheaters and losers. Well, I've just let everyone know where I am. See, this is... So one thing I've never understood with this Fallout, because I don't think... Fallout 4 did it a little bit, but in all the other Fallouts, when you killed something, that you could always loot from them what you'd expect that certain thing to have. So like, I always thought it was funny coming to this Fallout and killing, say, I can't get up there without going around. I always thought it was funny with this Fallout, like killing a rabbit or killing a squirrel, and you could loot like 10 shotgun shells off it. I'm like, you know, what's a squirrel going to do with shotgun shells? So I always thought that was funny, as opposed to like Fallout 3 in New Vegas, where like when you'd loot something, it would actually be relating to the animal. Like, for example, if you had a weapon that you wanted and you killed the creature with that weapon, you would only loot that weapon. Okay, I'm taking a lot of rads here. I don't know, have I? I'm curious to see if I've discovered this yet. Maybe I'll just do the old quick. I have got a lot of rad away, so I'm not really worried. Fissure site, okay. Yeah, I've got a lot of rad away, so I'm not too worried. But as I say, I've been quite addicted to the Fallout series again. I was recently watching the show, finished it last night for the second or third time I've watched through it. I was really hoping they'd bring it out on DVD, just because I'm sort of like, I like to collect physical copies of things as well. I was trying to gauge whether I should have picked a fight with that or not. Oh dear. I was going to say this might have been a terrible idea, but it doesn't seem too bad. They don't seem extremely powerful. Like, all these enemies are new to me. It's been so long since I've played 76 that like a lot of the enemies and that were in it in the beginning are, you know, either gone or severely upgraded. See what I mean? Oh, that's gold. I do like the game though. I'm not saying it's anything bad about it. It's just... I will say as well, the game did not... the game was not received very well. But I genuinely like it. I don't think I've actually come across... Yeah, that's going to give me a few. I keep forgetting that you've got to eat and drink in this too. And like, things can spoil if you leave them too long. This was like... Now correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't actually played it 100%, but I believe this is what they wanted Fallout 4's survival mode to be like. I don't know if they ever made it like this, but I know with Fallout 4's survival, they wanted people to, you know, they wanted you to be able to starve and have to eat and drink to survive and things like that. I'm just going to run past these guys because I don't really feel like standing there for ages killing the same enemy. But yeah, I believe that's what they wanted Fallout 4's survival mode to be. Is that a chicken? Cook that up. I don't even know that was in the game. Diseased albino red stag. It's all new to me. Oh, what was that? Was that a thorn bush? I want to see what this vault is over here. Can you actually explore vaults in this? Like, I'm curious. Can you actually find other vaults like you could in... Not so much Fallout 4. Fallout 4 you could find vaults, but I found they were very underwhelming as opposed to... Don't get me wrong, Fallout... I'm not slagging on Fallout 4 here either. Like, Fallout 4 is still one of my favourite games in the series. But from memory, Fallout 4 didn't have a very good, like, it didn't portray the vaults very well. Whereas you play something like Fallout 3 or New Vegas, you play something like Fallout 3 or New Vegas, and it takes you into like this nitty gritty, like horrible sort of vault, like, because obviously the vaults are based around experiments, so what they decide to do to people and that kind of thing. But Fallout 3 and New Vegas captured that sort of like nitty gritty, like, I can't remember what vault it was, but there was a vault in Fallout New Vegas and you could go into it and it was overrun by insects and things like that, like giant mutated insects. And then there was also the door's already open. And then there was another one you could go to, and I think it was Fallout 3, and it was like they had all been through like a big process and then put in a room to, you know, end their own lives kind of thing. Might actually go in here for a look. I've never been into another vault in this. I didn't even know if you could. I knew they were in the game. But, see, I mean, even this paints a story. Like the fact that it looks like the door's been pried open. I know in the show and that they say the vaults are impenetrable. So, I don't know, you know, how accurate it is or whatever, but, oh, why not? Let's go have a look. Alright, bit of a weird lighting bug over there, or is that how it's supposed to be? I don't know. Vault 96, okay. I'm curious to see if, you know, there's any enemies or anything in here, or if it's just gonna be like Fallout 4, where there's not a lot. I feel like these sort of places are weird. I don't know how the level or the weapon system works in this Fallout, but I'd assume you get, you must open it up here. I'd assume you get like most of your good weapons and things like that by obviously modifying, but I'd assume you get the good base weapon by going into places like this and exploring and things like that. I've seen a few people compare this game to the likes of, say, World of Warcraft, or not World of Warcraft, but like Destiny. Kind of like, Destiny was like Halo. Are you guys hearing that too? Just fire a shot to see if anything comes out. It is quite similar to Destiny from what I've seen, in the sense of like certain aspects of it, but other aspects I don't think are anything like Destiny. It's definitely a more realistic premise. Is there any way to get in here? Like, do any of you guys know? Maybe we'll revisit this. Let me know in the comments below if you can get in here. Surely, I would have thought, you know, you could get in here from the steps up above, but from those computers up there. We'll go have a look. Actually, I should probably get in here and like actually read what they say. Management documents. I saw the word containment there. I don't think you can actually get in there. Righto guys, we'll come back to this. I wanted to make this video more of like an introduction to this series. I do want to play a fair bit of this kind of game on the channel, just because I'm a massive Fallout fan. I've never really gotten into sort of the old online. Like I've played Destiny, and I've tried to get into Destiny as best I could. You know, I went and bought all the expansions for Destiny 2, well, the ones that are out so far, and I think it's a good game, but I struggle to get into the whole online based thing. Whereas, because this is a Fallout title, and it's very similar. Well, it's not. Yeah, it's a very similar sort of setup to Fallout 4, and because Fallout 4 is one of my favourite games in the series, I really do want to like this. I do want to like this, so I'll give it a chance. I'll give it a couple of videos. If you guys like the content and smash that like button, then I'll bring you guys some more gameplay. As I say, I'll upload the Fallout 4 gameplay that I recorded many moons ago. Just as kind of like, it'll be a nostalgic thing for me as well. I was about 15 when I recorded it, because Fallout 4 came out when I was 15, so yeah. I was about 15 when it came out. I recorded a whole, like, 40-part series on it. Not so much the main story, but I did a lot of side stuff and things like that, and just exploring the world, tips and tricks on how to get certain weapons and things like that. And obviously all that stuff's probably obsolete now, because anyone that wants to know that stuff already knows it. Anyone that's really into Fallout, and especially Fallout 4 and the earlier titles, they already know what they're looking for and things like that. They've already seen videos on it, but I just want to share my side of it, you know. It's more of a nostalgic thing for me. I recorded them years ago with the dream of uploading them. I didn't actually have internet where I lived at the time, so I couldn't upload, and obviously being 15, I had a job, but couldn't do much beyond, you know, getting my parents to take me to work, because at the time I wasn't legally able to get a license and things like that. But I feel like I could do myself justice by at least uploading them now. As I say, I'll sound a lot younger and squeakier, but if you guys like it, you guys like it. It's a win for me, and it's a win for you guys. But yeah, I do like to focus my attention a lot on these. I don't want to say older games, because this game really isn't that old. Well, I mean, you know, it's about 7 years old now, but it's not that old. But in saying that, I like to shift my attention to the older games, because I'm not one to jump on the bandwagon and say that these new games are all woke trash, but I don't like the direction that a lot of the newer, more modern games have got in, like Call of Duty. It's another player. I liked all of the older Call of Duties. Like, I loved Black Ops 2, I loved Modern Warfare 3, I loved all of them. I'm actually trying to make an armor collection too. That sounds weird, but I like to try and collect all the armor, because when I build my base properly, I want to have like armor stands with like a showcase of the armors in the game. And I can't really do that on the other Fallouts, because they're stupidly modded, especially the PC. I actually want to do a playthrough of Fallout 3, but modded to Fallout 4 spec. Like, the gunplay and everything feels like Fallout 4, but it's in the Fallout 3 engine, like the original game engine. So, if you guys want to see that, let me know as well. But yeah, as I say, I can't even remember what I was saying now. But yeah, I was going on a bit of a tangent. But yeah, I like to shift my attention to these older sort of games, because I don't jump on the bandwagon with the woke stuff and things like that, but I don't like the direction a lot of new games have gone in. Like, I loved Black Ops 2. Am I going to die jumping down here? I loved Black Ops 2. I loved Modern Warfare 3, the original Modern Warfare 3. I loved all the Call of Duties before that, but it's just the same stuff now. Like, it's just repetitive. And, you know, that's fine. If you enjoy it, enjoy it. I know they've got Warzone and things like that now, which is like their take of Battle Royale. But if you enjoy it, enjoy it. You know, I'm not one to slag someone off for liking a game. You know, you could like Concord, and I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, you guys can like whatever you want. It's when someone starts getting defensive and fighting someone else because they don't like a game that perhaps that person likes, and things like that. Don't know what he's up to. But that sort of stuff irritates me, because, like, for example, I like this game. I actually genuinely think there's fun to be had here. A lot of people hate this game, but I'm not going to sit there and say that they're trash for liking Call of Duty and then get offended if they say that I'm trash for liking this. It's just how it is. Whereas so many people now give the gaming industry a bad name just because they want an opinion. when realistically opinions don't really matter. Man, there are a lot of ghouls here. There are a lot of feral ghouls here. I'm going to jump down here because I don't want to go back that way. Oh, there's the entrance anyway. But yeah, I just don't get the hate for a lot of stuff. Like every game's got an audience. Like I know some people that hate World of Warcraft. Me personally, I enjoyed World of Warcraft when I was younger playing it. I probably couldn't sit there and play it now. Nowhere near as much as I used to anyway. Oh. That actually kind of gave me a fright, not gonna lie. Oh dear. Okay, that kind of gave me a fright. Maybe bum pucker up a bit. There we go, right away. But yeah, I just... Personally, I think let bygones be bygones. If you like a game, you shouldn't have to answer to anyone else on why you enjoy that game. I know this is really bad for me to be eating this stuff, but I don't really have much else. I don't have any stim packs anymore. Unless any of these guys have any. But yeah, so... And I'm finding so many shotgun shells. Not that I'm complaining, but... Oh. I know Nuka-Cola's good. But yeah, I just don't get the big... I just don't get the beef, honestly. But hey, you're always going to get that no matter where you are. I just want to enjoy a game that I enjoy. I'll tell you one other thing that really frustrates me though, is like, say this game ever dies. I don't think it will. I think, like, I'm not saying it's the most popular game, but I think what you'll find is a lot of people now will sort of go out of their way. And this game will always have a solid player base. I can tell you that now. This game will always have a solid player base. I, for one, will probably be spending a fair bit more time in it now that I've actually given it another go. But the game, I feel like, if it was to ever die, they definitely need to implement some form of offline patch. I know the game doesn't run on a server. Like, the game runs, the multiplayer runs on a server, but the game itself is installed on the console. Yeah, it's probably going to be very boring to play in single player with no one else on the map, no chance of finding anyone, things like that. But at the end of the day, you pay for the game. You deserve to keep the game. The crew, what they did with the crew, the first one, because I played a lot of the crew Motorfest, never really got into the crew one, and I'm big on racing games. Like, I was massive into cars when I was younger. I still am, but not as much, I'd say. And what they did with the crew was abysmal. Like, I've got many hours in the crew Motorfest. I've got many hours in Forza Horizon 5 and Car X Street as well. I do really enjoy that game as well. So, I think... Did I, just out of curiosity, did I discover this location? Don't think I did. I'm very pedantic about getting locations I've been to on my map. But I think what they did with that was absolutely abysmal. You know, you pay for the game. I know they tried to change their licensing tactics and things, and they basically put out a thing saying you should get used to not owning games because whatever, you know, you don't, and they just... You're basically buying the right to play it. But I think that's complete and utter garbage. I think you pay full price for a game. And the truth is, if they have that kind of attitude, and they tell you that you don't own the game and that you're only buying the license, then I don't think anyone should be paying $100 here, well, $120 here, probably $80 in some parts of the world. I don't think anyone should be paying that for the product. I think you should, if that's the case and that's how they truly feel, the developers that feel that way should bring their games out on some form of like subscription base where you pay as you play, kind of like Game Pass. That's where I guess Game Pass is quite good, because you're not just paying for the one game. So if you don't want to play that game, you haven't just spent $120 and you're stuck with it. Because then anyone would argue saying that, well, you could just sell the game. Yes, but then if you ever want to play it in the future, sorry about that, guys. Had to have a sip of my drink, and I didn't want you guys to hear me slurping up in the background. That's where things like Game Pass and that are good as well, because it gives you the chance to play the game, but you don't have to sell it when you don't want it anymore. Because a lot of people will look at it and go, well, I've just spent $120 NZD on this game. I've played it once, not really a big fan, but I might get into it later. And then you have to sell it to make your money back, and you'll never get your money back. And then, obviously they're going to go, oh, I'm not giving it another chance now. I'm just going to go buy another game, because no one's going to pay full price for the game again when they didn't like it the first time. Whereas I feel like Game Pass is good in that regard. There are things I don't like about it, preferably from like me personally. I'm an indie developer. I haven't actually published a game yet, but I'm currently working on a couple of titles single-handedly. And I'll post the trailers here when I do look at releasing those as well. But basically, I think it's wrong that you can charge full price for a game and then just take it away when you think it's done. Like, if you make an update and you break your game, but let's start from like the beginning. If you release a game, everyone likes it, buys it, whatever, and then later on down the track you add an update and it breaks the game, people don't like it anymore and things like that, you have no right to take that game away, because people own that. People have paid their own money for that. People pay a stupid amount of money for new games nowadays, and I think it's absolutely criminal that someone can take a game away from you that you've paid top dollar for, and basically just get away scot-free by turning around and saying, oh, well, you should have read our terms and conditions, you don't own it. Because realistically, they brought those... Oh, this VATS is so inaccurate. They brought those terms and conditions in long after the game was released in the first place, So, I do not agree in that regard with what a lot of those people say and do. Especially, I'm not going to name drop any developers, but there are certain developers, everyone knows who I'm talking about, but there are a few developers out there that just relentlessly abuse their fans and bring out abysmal games and things like that. Cookie cutter, like, their engine does all the work for them. So they basically go, set their game engine up with a bunch of code, and then let it go, and basically... the sort of people in the future that will use AI, they'll type in the game they want, they'll just use AI-generated code. That's not always a bad thing, especially not in an indie case. I don't do that personally. Well, not yet anyway. I have thought about experimenting with it in the future when it gets a bit better, but I hate the way the AI voice in games and things like that sounds at the moment, so I'll never be doing that anytime soon with my games anyway. But yeah, I just can't believe that people can do that now, bring out games that are absolute garbage, like they really are. Absolute trash. And then charge top dollar for them. It's criminal. It really is. I'm going to try and slide down here without taking damage. It's criminal. Oh, I'm stuck. I am very stuck. Oh no. Oh. There we go. I was worried there. I was worried I was gonna have to try and kill myself to respawn. Yeah, I think it's just abysmal. Like, the nerve that some people have See, I know Bethesda, and I use Bethesda as an example in this case because I know they haven't had the best track record recently. But I would give Bethesda my money, hands down, 100%. I would give Bethesda my money over someone like Ubisoft. And that's just me. I think most of the modern Assassin's Creeds now are absolute garbage. I loved Black Flag, I loved Assassin's Creed 3, I loved Brotherhood and all the ones before that. I loved all the older Assassin's Creed games, but yeah, I think the newer ones, and I don't say they're garbage because I think they're woke, because I see debates online and things like that about people complaining that the game features, you know, certain characters that would never be depicted in that time or place. And that's fine. Honestly, like, that doesn't bother me. What bothers me is the fact that the how do I explain it? The, like, mechanics and everything, they're so cookie cutter, they're so, like, ripped straight out of the, again, like I'm saying, stripped straight out of the game engine. Alright, what can our engine do? Our engine can do this. Sweet, right. Send it out. But you know, oh, this is oh dear. Yeah, this was a grave mistake, guys. I'm out of here. I'm running from this one. Run. Oh, he's fast. I think it's I think it's just the fact that people can get away with this now. And I'm not trying to turn this video into a rambling video, but I just wanted you guys to sort of see where I'm coming from, in the sense of, like, I would much rather give Bethesda money and things like developers like that. I would much rather give them my money than for the likes of... He's off my tail. Oh, that kind of scared me for a minute. Is that a rat? Rat. See what I mean? I didn't even know these things existed here. I'll come back for him when I've got some more powerful weapons. But yeah, so I think, just going like a little bit off topic here, but I'm actually really enjoying this. Like, I think the variety of enemies and stuff they've added to it, it adds, you know, it's the sort of things you'd see. I'm yet to see a Deathclaw. I have played this game for a bit, especially on PC, and I'm yet to see a Deathclaw, but could be coming. Might not be in the game. I'm not sure. But yeah, I do think this game is actually quite good. I do like it. I will say it's a nice thing that they've added bats and that in as well. I was wondering when I first saw the original, like, trailers and things for it, how they would get around that, because obviously you can't slow time down or freeze time. Oh. I will say though, I'm assuming they're because of the server or something, or the cloud system that the game runs on. But it does stutter quite a bit. I don't know if that's the correct terminology. It, like, freezes while you're playing it. Not like a stutter as in, like, the game lags, but a stutter as in, like, you can't move for a second, like the server's trying to catch up to where everyone is, kind of thing. So I'm not sure. Uncanny Caverns, eh? But yeah, I thought I'd use this video as a bit of an example of what the channel's going to be as well. I don't plan on just doing gameplay. I plan on doing, you know, upcoming events for things, you know, trying out seasonal events for games, doing, like, not necessarily podcasts, but, like, kind of like my take on things that are going to come out soon and things like that. And just, you know, all that kind of stuff. What's in here? yeah, this video is probably just more going to be me tattooing through things, just because I'm trying to get my bearings back with this game. I haven't played it in ages, so just trying to sort of wrap my head around how everything works again. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I promise the next few videos will be way more eventful. This is more just me getting my bearings and just letting you guys know what the go is, and you know what the sort of go with the channel is and things like that. I do apologise if I sound a bit groggy as well. I am a bit crook at the moment, and it's not the Rona, but it also makes me feel a little bit dizzy and things like that too, so forgive me if it takes me a while to remember what I was going to say and things like that, just because I have I lose my train of thought every now and then, and it takes me a minute to get it back, just because of the nature of what's wrong anyway. But yeah, just having a bit of a tutu, seeing what's around. Alright guys, well, I know it was not a short video, but it was, you know, a long-ish one. That's probably going to be the average length for all the videos that are to come in the future. But I just thought I'd make this video just to sort of give you guys a bit of an insight on what's going to go on in the channel and things like that. And just let you guys know that I do plan on uploading regularly. You know, when I say regularly, maybe once every 2 days or something like that. You know, a couple of videos a week. And I promise they'll be more entertaining than this. This was more just an insight, and obviously I'm crook at the moment too, so I'll kind of, you know, sound a bit groggy and losing my train of thought every now and then and things like that. But nevertheless, expect some more Fallout content soon. I'll do a playthrough of Fallout 4 as well. We'll upload the videos of Fallout 4 that I was going to upload before. And yeah, anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please smash that like button. It really helps me out. It really shows you want more. And I'll bring you some more Fallout content soon. Stay safe, and we'll catch you in the next one.